Okay, so I'm going to start recording now, and just as a reminder, this is section ELT 125, section 2, and this is the class for September the 23rd, 2020. What we're going to do, we're going to review the task in which use suffixes and put them in context, first in words and then in sentences. Okay, so if you feel that you want to volunteer, just go ahead and you project your exercise. Okay, so whoever is ready can start projecting, sharing the exercise with us. Anyone interested in volunteering, or should I pick one of you? I have a small fork here in order to pick one of you. Maria, how do you feel about sharing your exercise, even if you haven't finished? Maria Fernanda, you can share whatever you have, like the first sentences. Is that okay, Maria Fernanda?
But I have my computer is a little bit, I don't know what's going on. I have to restart my computer, and maybe I can do it after.
Okay, no problem. Sure.
Okay.
No problem with that. Patricio, do you think you can do it? At least the first part?
I have the exercise, but I am not able to share the screen right now. So I don't know how I can share my answers.
Can you copy them in the chat room, in the chat box?
Okay.
All right.
Just wait a minute.
No problem. We're ready and willing to wait. So I guess you can share them through the chat box. I can even copy them in PowerPoint and just share the slide so you can read them from the slide. That also could be an option if you want. And after Patricio, maybe Sebastian, you could share your exercises. Even if you have not finished, you can still present the first part, the first set of sentences maybe. Are you all right with that, Sebastian? Sebastian Rojas, 007. He's out of the room.
I think that I can share now. I mean,
okay.
I can share my screen, but I don't know how to do it.
There's a bar in which you see the camera, the microphone, and then an arrow pointing upwards.
Yeah.
You click there, and you share the window that in which you have the sentences, right? If it's did you find the window?
Yes, I think. Can you see what I see?
Yes, we can see what you're seeing now. Excellent. Okay, anytime you want, you can start.
So I divided the three groups, and I picked one suffix from each. But in the last group, I have to repeat one because there were only 4. So there are the examples. I don't know if my classmates can maybe say them out loud or something like that.
It's totally up to you. Totally up to you if you want to read them all or you want someone else to participate.
Yeah, I think that maybe someone can participate because I think that it's going to be very boring to hear me like reading all the examples. I don't know if someone would like to join. We can read one each, maybe 2.
Yep, we can help you out. I can see Amaya present, Miss Javiera Cabeza, you, myself, and the rest has not joined yet. Okay, so it's your decision.
Maybe I can say. Maybe I can say the first. Oh, I think that I missed one, but well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say the first 4. I thought that there were 5, but never mind. And then someone can continue with the second group and another person with the third one. So the first example will be, I just took a nice photography of the sunset and the suffix used is graphy, photography. The second one will be the electrician fixed the light problem, where the suffix is in, electrician, yeah. And you must have patience, I don't know how to say that. And well, the suffix is right there. And the last, in order to solve a problem, we need to be creative. So the suffix is in the last word. Can someone continue? Don't be shy.
I vote for Cristobal. What do you think of this?
Okay, which sentence do I have to read?
Maybe you can read the second group of examples.
From you're being too selfish?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, you're being too selfish. We had an agreement. Well, that was very stressful. I love my neighborhood. This place is so comfortable.
Nice. I don't know who else is in the room. Maybe you can help me, teacher, to pick another person.
Amaya?
Yeah. Amaya,
Miss Javiera?
would you like to join?
Okay.
I can help you if Amaya cannot.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my microphone is a little. Yeah, it's
I would like to learn Portuguese. That's a very picturesque paint. Shannon was the employee of the month. Japanese people tend to be very kind, and the interviewee was asking very awkward questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job. Thank you very much, Patricia, for making everyone participate, all right?
Okay.
Very good examples.
I'm going to stop the... I don't know how to do that. Yeah, right.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Anyone interested in continuing asking Amaya and Cristobal?
I couldn't finish. I just make the first group because
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
That's all right.
I will
Giselle.
try
Go
to
on.
share my. It says I don't what? Compartir pantalla. I cannot compartir pantalla. Wait. ¿Por qué?
Can you try it? Because I made you assistant. I guess that's like I don't know, I'm going to make you. Okay, I changed the role. See if now you have the privilege to share your screen.
Wait a minute, teacher.
No? Hola.
No. Es un problema con mi computador, no me deja compartir la pantalla en Teams. Dice que no tiene permiso y no sé cómo dárselo de mi computador. Eso ya es problema mío. Y no sé cómo hacer.
Share the share
I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to send you in the chat box.
the sentences through the chat box, and I can. Excellent.
Wait.
Let's see how fast this chat box is.
Wait.
So we worked on the first set of sentences.
Wait me.
Yeah, we can wait for you. Don't worry.
La tecnología me está ganando hoy día.
And then Amaya, if you have any issues with sharing your screen, I can also help you if you send your sentences through the chat box.
I don't know if you could see the photo.
I can see the message.
So I'm going to read the because I made like a chart. And in the first column, I put the suffixes, and the second, the word that I choose, and in the third one, the sentence. So the first suffix was if, and I choose the word collect, and if we put the suffix, would be collective. And the sentence is, it was a collective protest. Patricio, could you help me with the second line?
Yes.
Can you see the photo?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Graphy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the noun is photography, and the example will be he's very keen on photography.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. And the third suffix I chose was et, and I chose the word fatality. And in a sentence would be airplane fatality rates are low. Teacher Bruno, could you help me with the fourth line?
Sure. The first one is righteous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, righteous. All right. Righteous is an adjective. And the example is he was full of righteous indignation about the attack.
Thank you, teacher. And the last one is the suffix is, and the adjective I chose was ceremonious. And the example is their ceremonious greetings did not seem heartfelt. And that's what I could do. Yeah.
Okay, so who's reading the last one?
Is my internet or teacher?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Because I already read the last one, but I can read it again if you didn't listen.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last one because of the internet issues.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I can read it again. I said the last suffix was es, the word was ceremonies, and the example was their ceremonies greetings did not seem heartfelt.
Alrighty, thanks so much. I'm sorry about missing the first time you read the interesting example. Their ceremonious greetings did not seem heartfelt. Yeah, I can picture a scene of a movie in which I saw this sort of sentence being acted out. Great examples, great examples in which the suffixes are put into practice. Excellent, good job, Cristobal.
Thank you.
Well accomplished. And let's see what Amaya has for us. Amaya, can you share your examples, even if you have not finished still?
Yes, that's what I would say. I don't finish. I don't do so much because I was thinking the break, it was just a break, not to advance. So yeah. I only have the first one. I don't have so much, teacher. It is embarrassing me to show it because it's so. I don't have so much things to show.
Okay, I mean, even if you have one, you can share it. But if you feel uncomfortable, maybe you can save them for next session.
Yes, please, because it's just like four things I write. So yeah.
All right, all right then. You can work on this task, and maybe you can share it next session. All right. Guys, I haven't. I don't know if I've told you this. I know that I'm going to have to say it again later on because even if this, I mean, this is a small class, a small section, but still it's smaller because not many of you are here today. I mean, therefore, I'm going to say it now, and then probably I'm going to repeat it again. Okay. For the class, I would like you to select a text that has something of your interest, a text that you can copy and paste in one word, on one page, right? One page Word file, and that contains some texts of your interest, something that has to do with I don't know, video games, music, social issues, something connected with gender, something connected with human rights, whatever you consider to be interesting for you. I don't know, comics. Think about anything that you can go online and find information about, and you can put it into one page. The idea is that we're going to be working with the pronunciation of specific words, such as, for instance, derivatives or words that are made with a suffix, right, or a prefix. But then, why not doing this pronunciation tasks with texts that might be interesting for you? So the idea is that you can bring them, you can search on the web for texts, and then you can prepare them. By prepare them, I mean you read them before, you check out the pronunciation of any difficult word or words that are unknown for you, sorry, or that you think that might be difficult for your classmates to pronounce, and eventually, at some point during next classes, we're going to use them. We're going to divide the class. I mean, depending if there are like at least 12 students, we're going to divide class. If not, we're going to have a very small session, but everyone included. And one of you will take the leading role and will share this one page about the topic, and you can read, for example, the first paragraph, and then you can ask for collaboration from other members of the group to read the second paragraph. And if any of us might have questions about how to pronounce a word, since you have already, you will be prepared, right, for that in advance, you can provide assistance for the rest of us who will have, questions about any word in terms of pronunciation. Okay, the topic is totally up to you. The only restriction would be probably that the topic might not be offensive. Okay, but in general, the topic can be related to religion, football, video games, social issues in general that are, too many to mention. And that's the idea, okay? That you select this, you prepare it. Probably this could be, you could have this ready for next week. And we can use these texts that you will have for specific activities in class. Okay, so that's the idea. We will be working with lexical stress. We will be working with all these suprasegmental features that is the core of this semester. Why not working with suprasegmental features with text that you provide, texts that are of your interest, paragraphs that might be more interesting for you. I don't know if this is okay with you and if you understood the way we're going to proceed later. Because the idea is to work with something that might be interesting for you. So you decide on the topics that we're going to be working with, and we're going to apply, lexical stress. Then we're going to apply intonation. We're going to apply features of connected speech with these material that you are going to bring. That's going to be interesting for you. Is this okay with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it makes sense to me. It might not make sense to you, but I want you to know. I want to know your opinion about this. Okay, so if you are okay, we can do that. You have time to review this, okay, and you have time to find something that is interesting. Okay. Now. I'm going to share with you this PowerPoint presentation, which contains some information that it's going to be understood by you because you have already seen this, but there's going to be more information. We're going to go a little bit deeper into theory, okay? This PowerPoint will be uploaded to the LMS, and it has information about syllables and lexical stress. Cristobal, can you read this slide, please? I'm sorry, I'm going to ask everyone to participate because we're very few in the room.
No worry. Stress placement.
Yes.
Stress in words is placed on syllables rather than individual vowel and consonant phonemes. For example, the noun incite and the verb incite have identical phonemes. The difference in their pronunciation is the stress placement on the first or second syllable. Incite, where I don't know that marks the start of the stressed syllable.
Thank you so much, Cristobal. Exactly. Whenever we think about stress, we need to think about placing the stress on a syllable, not on one specific phoneme. And in some cases, where we place the stress, right, we're going to make a change in the meaning of words. In the case that Cristobal read, insight and incite, basically it is the stress placement that makes the difference between these two words, right? And they have identical phonemes, as you can see in the phonemic transcription. Is the only difference is where the primary stress is placed, right? The primary stress in the first one is placed in the first syllable, and the primary stress or lexical stress is placed in the second syllable in the second example read by Cristóbal. Thank you, Cristóbal. Patricio, can you read the next slide, please?
Okay. Some difference between languages in the occurrence of sounds can only be stated in terms of the syllable and its structure. For example, in the sounds h, h, I don't know how to say it, and ng occur in English and many other languages. However, in English, h can only occur at the beginning of a syllable, as in help, behave. Help, behave. Yeah, right.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Patricio. Exactly. I mean, it makes sounds a little bit crazy, right? But it is true that when we think about syllables, some sounds may occur right at the beginning of a syllable, as in help and behave. For this, we need to remember that these syllable division is shown with a small dot here. That's a syllable division, right? So the sound is at the beginning of the second syllable. And in the example help, the sound is at the beginning because there's only one syllable in the word help, right? Now, this is something that takes place in English, but in other languages, Eastern languages, Arabic, as far as I know, the sound can be placed in final position, okay, not in English. Right, so in a final syllable, you can find this in other languages, but not in some languages. And it's important to remember that in the case of, for example, sing or sang or song, the last sound, which is represented, if you remember, with this symbol, sing, sang, song, that is expected to appear only in final position of syllable, not in initial position. In English, you never say nick or ngo. It's always in final position as you sing or song, but or ring, or right. But in other languages, such as far as I know, Vietnamese, you can find this in initial position. Okay, so in initial position, in an initial syllable. Okay, Miss Javiera Cabeza reminded you, and you answered correctly about the components of a syllable. A syllable represented by, if you remember correctly, the symbol sigma, and the components of a syllable containing an onset and a rhyme, and the rhyme divided into the nucleus or peak and the coda. Right? Now, if we see a word limit, the word limit contains two syllables, as we can see here. Right? They are marked by the symbol called sigma. So we have two sigmas here. We have two syllables. The first syllable, the nucleus, is the vowel sound, right? E. And before the syllables, we always have the onset, and the onset is the consonant, which is the sound li. This syllable does not have a coda, right? Or it has a zero coda. Okay, so li can be represented by the structure CV, C consonant, V vowel, right? And the second syllable, which is mit, contains the nucleus or peak, the short lax E, and after it has a coda, right? So the rhyme is it. And before the vowel sound, before the nucleus, we have the onset, which is n. So the syllable n has a structure of a CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay? So some vowels will have a different structure, right? A syllable can be, for example, as in the first one, CV, the second one, CVC, and we will have more different structures as we are going to see in the next slide, right? Let me double check the time because I don't want to use more of time. Okay, 10:37. I think it's enough for today. I'm going to upload this presentation to the Moodle or LMS, as I said before. This presentation goes a little bit deeper into the components of a syllable, the structure of a syllable. Okay, and I want you to I want to finish this presentation with this slide that talks about the peak, the onset, and the coda, which are terms that you are familiar with. And then there are also other terms to refer to the peak, right? Like syllabic, syllable medial, or nuclear. For the onset, syllable initial, and releasing, as Ms. Javiera mentioned. And the coda can also be called the syllable final, the offset, or the arresting consonant. The point of mentioning these concepts is because if you read something, you may find that other authors refer to the same concepts of peak, onset, and coda with different terms. But that's okay if you are already familiar with them. You just make them, you can understand what they are referring to. Okay, so this is the last slide for today. We're still leading or working with the syllable because the syllable may be easy to understand how we divide them in Spanish. We usually clap and say estante, right? Televisor. Very easy for us by clapping, snapping, or tapping on a table. But in English, we're going to see that some theorists try to explain how syllables are divided in English. But again, none of them explains what happens in 100% of the divisions. So we're going to see a couple of theories that try to address and explain how syllables in English are divided, but they fail to explain 100 of the cases. So we're going to see them. You're required to know them, not necessarily memorize them, okay? Do you have any questions or comments before we finish this session? When's the next time I'm going to see you guys? Friday? Same time, same channel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So we're going to finish this PowerPoint presentation, or not the presentation itself, but the topic on Friday. And if you have your task, remember the one page Word file with the interesting topic for you that you would like to share. We can start with some of the paragraphs, and we can use the paragraphs for the sake of the topic itself, for the syllables and for lexical stress. So if you have it, even better. If you do not have it, don't stress out, because I have my own interesting texts. I just don't want to impose. I want to use the one that are interesting for you, not for these old teacher. So I'll see you on Friday, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Miss Javiera.
Goodbye.
See you around.
Bye. See you on
Stay
Friday.
safe. See you on Friday. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you around. Bye-bye.